Welcome to the Blockchain Report, where we discuss all things blockchain technology, digital assets, DeFi, NFTs, and much more. Today's video, we are actually going to dive into some airdrop hunting tips and tricks. No quests in this video, but just kind of an overview of my journey through the airdrop hunting ecosystem and my experiences, stuff to look out for, how to find airdrops, good projects that have solid airdrop potentials, and just kind of where I started and where I've come since I started the channel. But before we get started, thank you for joining. Please like, subscribe, comment, share this out to anyone you think would be interested in blockchain technology, all the fun, cool, interesting stuff that we get to learn, and the cool rewards that we get to earn, like airdrops, through our journey. So jump in the Discord if you have any questions. Jump in there. The link is in the description of this the video. So get in there, ask your questions. I can answer them faster than I can on YouTube. And yeah, so let's get started. So my journey, I got interested in crypto quite a while ago, back in 2016 or 2015. Bought a little Bitcoin to sell to buy things on the dark web. And yeah, so I kind of stepped away from crypto for a while, and then in 2020 a friend of mine encouraged me to get back in, and I didn't take profits early enough in the bull run, so I was left holding a bunch of bags. And I was really interested in this airdrop space, getting tokens for using the network and being a user or tester of whatever project has, whatever network or exchange or DeFi protocol has a potential to have a token. It's good to interact on their interface, to get what I say is on-chain activity. That's one of the most important things I've found in airdrop hunting, is on-chain activity and how much funds you bridge back and forth. Yeah, we'll kind of go into that. And so my first big airdrop was the Optimism airdrop, and I'll show you the requirements. Now, none of this was known beforehand, so you don't really know exactly what they're going to look for in airdrops requirements. But after looking at some of these, like Optimism, Arbitrum, even Pyth network, these are the big ones that I got. And Aptose, I just had to mint an NFT. But for these, they have some good requirements. And other projects look at these for kind of a guideline, and if they want to tweak certain things here and there for their airdrop requirements, they'll do so. But it's a good starting point for you to get an idea of what needs to be done in order to get an airdrop. So for Optimism, they rewarded 2,500 addresses. For the first airdrop, there were 6 sets of criteria, and I received 776 for the mainnet users, and then they had repeat OP mainnet users. They got an extra 1692, so you get a total of 2469 for repeated transactions on the mainnet. And this is early enough. I don't know when they actually launched, but the snapshot was taken on 3/25/2022. So yeah, and then they had DAO voters, multi-sig signers. Ooh. Ooh, caught a sneeze. Gitcoin donors and users that were priced out of Ethereum. I don't know how they figure that out. And then if you have 4 categories, and you're an OP mainnet user, so one of these four, or four of these, and this, you can get an additional 4,100, and then 5 or 6 more. So it's good to get in early, especially testnet. That way you can be ahead of the curve as far as the project goes. So mainnet early adopters, repeat OP. Yeah, so DAO voters, multi-sig signers, they are little criteria that will give you extra incentives. So after this, I received, the next one I got was the Aptose airdrop. So the Aptose airdrop, you were eligible if you completed an application for an Aptose incentivized testnet. They were offering people to sign up to be a node, to run a node on the testnet, and users who completed this got 500. 300 tokens. I thought it was 500. So they received 300 tokens, and those who minted an Aptose 0 testnet NFT, the original user who minted the NFT is eligible, not the current owner. That was worth 150 tokens. So I didn't need any money at all. I just went, and I think it was a Martian or something. I went here and went on their testnet and minted an NFT for free and got 150 tokens. So I say that wasn't too bad of a waste of time, you know. Ended up not quite doubling it, but it was a pretty good profit on there. And then after that, I got the Arbitrum airdrop. And here was one of the best criteria charts I've seen on any airdrop. So they give the breakdown and the eligibility. So you get points earned on Arbitrum 1. And these are the points, or not the points, but the numbers. And if you convert your points to tokens, that's how many you get. So one is bridge funds into Arbitrum 1. So you bridge either using the mainnet or the one of the bridges that has Arbitrum available. Conduct transactions during 2 distinct months. So 2 different months, or 6 different months, or 9 different months. You add those up. And if you've conducted more than 4 transactions or interacted with more than 4 different smart contracts. So this could also be different projects. You can go on to different projects and make 4 or 10, 25, or 100 or more transactions. Then you qualify for all these. And then conducted transactions exceeding in the aggregate 10,000 in value. So you can swap $100 in tokens 100 times, and then you can get that. Or if you want to do $1,000 10 times, then you'll get this requirement. If you do it 50 times, or if exceed trading or transactions exceeding 50 in value overall, not in a single one, but overall, then you could qualify for that. And also bridge more than 10,000 of assets into Arbitrum 1, and that's over time. That's not just one. Same with 50K and 250K. And this one I was really sad I didn't bridge into, because I missed out on all these right here. So if you bridged funds into Arbitrum Nova, and conducted more than 3, 5, or 10 transactions, then you qualify for that. So I had 5 of these. I had or maybe more. I don't remember what my Arbitrum airdrop, but it was like 5 or 6. I think it was 5. So I had quite a few of these, and it's a good metric on future airdrop hunting. And then Pyth network. So Pyth, I got about 5,000 tokens, which was nice. Can read the FAQ. So eligibility. Let's see the eligibility criteria. So the categories of eligible recipients for an airdrop allocation: active DeFi participants who have interacted with decentralized applications that use Pyth data. Then active community members who participated in the network's social media channels, and decentralized applications that use the Pyth network. And this is a perfect example of not having a clue about an airdrop, but qualifying for a good amount just by having on-chain activity, just by using different networks, different projects and protocols, just using like all over the blockchain. And it's good because had I not done that, I wouldn't have qualified for this or gotten a lot less. So being active around different blockchain ecosystems is important. And we'll kind of dive into that. So DeFi participants, let's see. Yeah, and they have activity like whatever dApps and networks will use Pyth on Solana, on Ethereum, Aptose, Su, Injective, Osmosis, Neutron, Sei, and Discord. They can track your activity that you've interacted with using the Pyth network, and it'll show you your allocation. So here's some token amount, the breakdown. If you have WEN tokens, holiday and celebratory NFTs, partnership NFTs, leveling series roles, community series, partnerships, ambassadors, and you get a lot more. Wow, that's pretty cool. See, that's another thing, being active in communities of these networks. I'll talk to you about some of the networks that I'm looking at right now. I'm not as active in the communities, but it's a good metric. So the Pyth, now we'll kind of we'll check out Twitter, and here's where this is important. So the first thing I really look for, and how I started airdrop hunting was doing research, YouTube, and Twitter. Now YouTube's great for finding people who explain these projects and dive into them, but you want to take the stuff from that you find on YouTube and search for them on Twitter. Search for their account of the big projects, and it's important to make sure that this project has make sure they're legit. Like, you want to check the spelling of someone's account. Let's check out Manta and see if. Okay, so some of these of these big accounts, sometimes if it's a scam account, it'll show like a 0 right here instead of an O, or a 3 instead of an E, or something weird in the spelling, or 2 underscores instead of 1, or a period in there, and it will be a fake account. Now, what you want to look for is, okay, how many followers do they have? So make sure they're legit. Make sure the account and follower count, who's following them, because you want to see if there's a lot of people following that project or protocol. Very important. And see their activity, or actually even better, see when they joined. Who's following them? When did they follower count, who's following them, and when did they join? So yeah, when did they join? And make sure their posts, do they post often? And do they post like a bunch of spam? Just a lot of things to look for. And the links on the home page right here, on the profile page, are usually the ones I go to. Don't search. Don't rely on search engines due to scam pages. Yeah, due to scam pages. So you got to be careful when you go search for a project. Like, let's say I want to go to Scroll. I want to go to the Scroll website, but I don't trust my search engine. Look for Scroll ZKP. Okay, I see they have a lot of followers. Who do they follow or followed by them? Pretty good. How many posts do they have? When did they join? Does it look good? Yes, it looks good. So you go to their website, and you can trust that if it's the right project and everything looks good, you can go to their website right here. And this is where I save my pages. I'll save them and go to them in my trusty page. That way if I want to check out Manta, I can go to the Manta Network website and it's already saved. That way I don't have to rely on my search engine to use it. And also Twitter's great for searching, like look, Starknet. This is one that I've got on my radar. Let's see. I'm just gonna move this up here. Dang. You don't want me to do all that. we go. It's weird. I can't, okay. Oh, I got this off page. I'm trying to fix this, this page right here. Okay. Let me get this. Boom. Thank you. Scan pages. Bada boom. There we go. Haha, I did it. Okay. So when you're doing your research, you know, check your Twitter and YouTube. Don't rely on search engines. Yeah, make sure they're legit. The follower count's good. Who's following them? And also, when you do find the project, find a good project. Let's get some so what do we look for when we find a good project? So are they in testnet or mainnet? And you'll want to know like how early you can get in this project. Yeah. How early are you? Are they in testnet or mainnet? Oh yeah, and also when you're doing your research, you want to check the Discord community pages. That's a good thing to do. Okay, so how early are you? Are they in testnet or mainnet? It's important to get Onchain Activity on any testnet or mainnet, and that is where we can go to let's see. Oh no, Dune. So Dune Analytics shows you all kinds of metrics around the blockchain, and they can show you, like layer 0 is one that I'm looking into or have been working towards for a while. And they can show you, someone created this to show you your metrics across the ecosystem of layer 0. Yeah, it takes a while. Ooh, on-chain activity. And this is where quests and campaigns can be very important for airdrop incentives. I've won some rewards through Galaxy and Quest N, and looking at or just from doing different campaigns. Hasn't quite paid for all my gas fees, but it's paid for some of it. So that's a good thing. And I think this thing is still taking a while. Now, what projects am I hunting? That's a good question. So, thank you for asking. Whoops. Okay. Whoop. Okay. So the biggest one, layer 0. And these are just ones that I'm thinking so layer 0, and this one I've been working towards for quite a while. Doesn't look like Dune is working. So layer 0, Manta, and these ones aren't, the rest aren't really in any order. Scroll, Starknet, ZK Sync, Base if they do have a token, Tycho, okay, what else? So I'm going to let's see, what else doesn't have a token? So let's check some of the networks. Oh, Mantle doesn't have one. Binance, Zora. So there's a lot. There's a lot. Mantle, Zora. Yeah, I think these are some of the biggest ones because there's other ones. These are the ones that I'm most active on, I think. Let me see. So Mantle, ZK. Oh, OPBNB. Zeta Chain. Yes. Zeta Chain is one. And I would put I would actually put Zeta Chain right there. Yeah. I mean, these last ones aren't in really any order, but that's a pretty good start. So when I look at doing the airdrop hunting, you know, I search other people's Twitters who might be talking about airdrops and following those people. So a good one is CC2 Ventures. they talk a lot about airdrops, and also when you qualify for some of these airdrops, there's multiple airdrops throughout the year or over the years, because OP had a second airdrop where if you voted in like a governance proposal or delegated your tokens to be voted or as like to someone else to use to vote, you could have got this airdrop. And then airdrop 3, oh no, airdrop 2 was for the gas fees, gas fee reward. And then this was for people who delegated their tokens, and also Arbitrum has token unlock schedules, and Aptose as well. And many, like pretty much any project that has airdrops will allocate their tokens over the course of years. Like 14% of the total supply has been reserved and will be happening at least once a year until they're finished with it. So multiple airdrops happening in the future, not just for Optimism, but for Aptose, Arbitrum, Pyth, all these big players. So you got CC2, DeFi Mochi's pretty good, and then I think it's Mr. Katz, all about the airdrops. And then once you start following more people, you'll see these people, you'll get more people similar in your feed, and then you can find people who will just talk about projects. And Abraham Chase, so he's talking about one of the networks that I'm going after airdrop hunting for is Manta, and they I did a video on this just recently. If you want to participate, Manta just announced their token distribution for the new paradigm venture they're doing right now. So if you bridge into Manta, they'll give you these boxes, and if you unlock the boxes or open the boxes, and you can get anywhere from tier 1 to tier 6 NFTs, and the tokens will be distributed between those token holders. And then you got 15 million, and that's 30 million. So 15 million are allocated for the T7 NFT. And each holder will receive an equal share from the special rewards pool, which is expected to be substantial. So I was able to get one of these NFTs. I bridged funds in, and then was able to, I got a kitty cat. I was able to unlock some of these boxes and get these NFTs. I had to buy a couple, but now I was able to mint this tier 7, so I will be able to collect a small part of this, and I think it might be about between 1,000 and 2,000 tokens. So right there, even if it opens at 50 cents, that's $500 to $1,000. It was a pretty hefty investment to bridge in here. You bridge 0.25 ETH, which is like $550 or $500, and it's but you get access to those funds when you bridge over. And so this, just searching for different people on here who are heavy into airdrop hunting and search for these new projects. And if you see a project there's been many that I've seen airdrops for, or, oh, this project has an airdrop or this project, but you got to look at the community and the backing too. Who are they backed by? Because Manta is backed by some pretty heavy players. Pretty heavy players. I got a tail in my face. And that's another important thing. Who are they backed by? So let's check it out. Yeah, Manta is created by a team of experienced founders from prestigious institutions like Harvard, MIT, and Algorand. The networks receive investments from many top Web3 investment funds, including Binance Labs and Polychain Capital. And it's grown through participation in the best Web3 accelerators, including Alliance DAO and Berkeley Blockchain Accelerator. And they have also been shouted out by the Polygon founder and just all kinds of good stuff that they have. And that's another important thing, you know, and look, by the numbers, check out the numbers of the project and the protocol, see what people are finding out about the project, and make sure that it looks like a legitimate use of your time. Not all of them will pan out like you hope, but if you get on-chain activity, like make transactions, like I have my crypto bookmarks right here, and you can see that if I want to go to Starknet, here's a bunch of dApps that I have saved that I just get, okay, I want to go to 1K swap, and you make a transaction on here a day or a couple transactions a week, and then go to a different dApp on Starknet. That way you're using different things, because some of these projects, they're brand new and they may have token launches in the future. So if you interact with them early enough and often enough, over the course of time, you'll build up, 2 transactions a week. Over the course of a year, that's 100 transactions, and boom, you might qualify for an airdrop. So keep that in mind. Keep your bookmarks organized. I got my Linea right here. ZK Sync, Layer 0, Say, Arbitrum, Tycho. Got my Scroll, Consensus, Linea, Fuel Network, IGN Layer, liquidity stuff. So I got my quests. And another important thing is the Galaxy quest, or Layer 0. These are my two favorites, because you can explore different projects. And if you find a project like Manta, let's say you're airdrop hunting, you say, oh, I like this project, I think it's going to be big. Usually they'll have some sort of quest or campaign on here, like Tycho's another one, but Manta, you see Manta Network, and they had all kinds of stuff going on for their mainnet launch, and that gives you on-chain activity. Oh, they took all the quests off, but if this was one of their quests where you interact throughout the network and claim these points and NFTs, and also Layer 0. It's great for exploring different blockchain networks. Ethereum, Polygon, Main OP, Arbitrum, ZK Sync, Solana, Base. They got Avalanche. They're doing Zora quests. Just all sorts of fun stuff and this is really informative and interactive, and it gives you a good overview without giving you too much information. Some of these quests will just have like three or four things, an intro, a social task, and an on-chain task. And that will give you your on-chain activity. Like I said, if I hadn't been doing all these quests and campaigns, the airdrop I got from here would have been a lot less. And the airdrop I got from here was worth a few thousand. So I would say it's kind of like an investment into future tokens, but instead of buying tokens, you're spending it on transactions. Because I'm not gonna lie, some of these quests and campaigns are ridiculous with transaction fees, and I look at it like investing in a future token. So could work out terribly, or it could work out better than any that I could have ever hoped. But yeah, that's just a little overview of how I look at airdrops, and that's really why I got deeper into the space, because having the potential for financial freedom through using getting airdrops just by using the network, and also being able to share with others, share with everyone watching that, man, you can really make a big impact in your life financially just by airdrop hunting. And then using, like, I used some of my funds from Optimism and Arbitrum to hunt for other airdrops. So you can, take out some profit, but also reallocate that into airdrop hunting. Just use it strictly for that. Transaction fees. That way you can qualify for bigger airdrops in the future. So it builds on top of itself if you're patient enough. And I started this two years ago, not the channel, but airdrop hunting. And it was over 2 years ago, and it was the best decision, because the airdrops coming down the line are going to be really big. So get some of these, follow the channel. We're on Twitter, get in the Discord. And if you have any airdrops that you want to see covered or have any hints of, go ahead and jump in the Discord or leave them in the comments down below. But yeah, with that, this is the Blockchain Report. Have a wonderful day and happy airdrop hunting. Peace.